Can I just skip this one, dude? I don't want to play it. The Packers are 4-0. We're 1-3. They have also got an 88 overall defense. I couldn't move the ball on the Panthers. I scored 13 points in a win against the Bears last week. You think I'm going to beat an 88 overall defense? There's no shot. And on top of that, they have Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. Oh, and Aaron Rodgers, the guy that won MVP the past 2 years, back to back. It's not going to be good. And we're going over the pond at Tottenham Hotspur or fancy Bill football, dude. Just want to make it as loud and obnoxious and bad as possible so all my UK fans just completely hate me. So, don't fucking sound like that, buff. You do sound like that. And it's a European soccer stadium, and that's going to get him. European soccer! I learned that a buddy of mine in the GeoGuessr community says that European soccer as a joke, because GeoGuessr is such like a international audience that you can really like trigger everybody by saying European soccer, because clearly, you know, they call it football everywhere except for North America minus Mexico. Anyway, that's just, I'm gonna just try and trigger the UK audience, and we're gonna lose anyway. So I'm gonna have to take the positives any way I can, and if I can make jokes that'll make me laugh a little bit, it's going to take the edge off, because this game is not going to be fun. We do have some upgrades, though. I think I would like to get power back on Saquon. Want to really improve the trucking and power element of his game. So +2 trucking, +1 break tackle, I think is going to be pretty effective. I'm not going to upgrade everybody individually just because there are a lot of players. They're not all going to play a huge impact for me. What do we do with the big cat here? Got to be a more dynamic pass rusher. So power rusher it is. He goes up to an 83 overall. Not bad with +2 power moves. Kadarius Toney's the big one though. So he's got playmaker, and I don't really even know what playmaker does for the receiving aspect of his game. It says the top skills, ball carrier vision, juke move, break tackle. I don't really want to improve those. They're already quite good. So deep threat, I think, is what I'm going to do here. I'm hoping for deep route running, medium route running, short route running if I can. Let's see here. We get +1 awareness, +1 catching, deep route running, medium route running, and release. He's got to be better before the catch so I can actually get him the football, and then the playmaker element of his game can actually be useful. Kayvon Thibodeau with an upgrade. There's a lot of controversy right now on Twitter with the cut block by Thaddeus Moss on Kayvon Thibodeau. You got some people saying I wouldn't have said anything unless it was a Giants player, which I don't really even see the relevance of that. Like it's just a player safety issue. And even though it's like, well, cut blocks are a part of football. It's like, but should they though? We have so many rules in place to protect offensive players. Like obviously we don't want to take the physicality out of the game, but you can still have physical football without having guys dive at the lower legs or the legs of players. I just think it's a safety issue. If you call me soft, say I never played the game, whatever. I did play football. Not that it even matters. Like you don't have to be a football player to be a football fan and give an opinion. But anyway, I didn't play in the NFL or D1 college, so my opinion's not valuable. But Thibodeau, 80 power moves. I quite like that. Hopefully he's a little bit more effective as a pass rusher for me. And we'll do slot for Darnay Holmes. He probably ends up sticking around. I do want to get an upgrade at corner at some point, but Darnay Holmes I could see easily sticking around and playing in the slot. Wandale, of course, playmaker archetype. He's like basically Kadarius Toney light for me in this franchise, I think eventually. I don't want to improve him as a runner. He's already good enough there. I want him to improve as a receiver. +1 medium route running, +2 release, +1 catching. Big awareness boost, but I don't really care about that. And I think the CPU can pretty much take care of the rest. These players are either guys that are going to be here for pretty much just this season playing an impact. Oh, +1 speed for Aaron Robinson. But either just this season or, you know, they're not really in my long-term plans, so I don't really want to spend too much time upgrading them. I'd love to get some more throw power for Daniel Jones. It's just not going to happen probably, but I'd love to do it. His release is so slow, and like I don't think a lot of you understand just how difficult it is to actually throw the football with the timing of the release. It's so slow. And that really affects what you can do. As for scouting the college players, back to Daniel Brinkley here. A couple of you guys made a good point in the comments section that Daniel Brinkley is in generational territory potentially for a corner because he has the man-to-man archetype plus a zone coverage. So he's probably a coverage freak. And even though he's not the most elite athlete, not the most explosive player of all time, solid to good acceleration, solid to good speed, which I really don't like. I think that's going to be like 90, which I guess isn't terrible, but he just might be the best cover player we've seen, and he's going to end up being really good, probably the best player in the draft class, and ranked at number 1 for a reason. Freddie Samuels has potential. Freddie Samuels is a 6'2", 250-pound, presumable pass rusher out of Oklahoma State, has A pursuit, B zone coverage, so maybe he's not a pass rusher. I just saw his player notes there. And if you guys are seeing footage of the player right now from NCAA 14 College Football Revamped, it says he loves to utilize a spin move as a counter move and has a swift arm over move in his arsenal. And those are pass rush moves and will utilize power and leverage to bull rush through pass protectors. So he has 3 different pass rush archetypes or pass rush kind of indicators, I would say. Plus B zone coverage for an outside linebacker. Maybe it's not that high. He's got good to great acceleration, good to great speed, which sounds really good for an outside linebacker. And with A play rec, A pursuit, he's also someone I'm going to be super interested in. And I'm starting to get a little bit more excited about this draft class the more I look into it. Some players just aren't going to be great. I think I was a little bit disappointed with the overall athleticism of the class, but I think there are still a number of really good players in here. And as we learn more about the archetypes, I think we're going to really have a better idea of this class. But there's not really too much to go over. I guess I'll highlight only Freddie Samuels here, just because he looks like he has a ton of potential. Actually, you know what? One more. The 6'2", 245 linebacker out of Notre Dame, Dontrell Cobb. A zone coverage, B tackling is a pretty good start. Physical player who delivers bone-crushing hits. He's a big hitter. Savvy defender with the ball in the air. Has a motor that runs through the whistle. Often looks to rip the ball from runners and shows good discipline and won't get flagged too much. Great player notes, and then physically, he's starting to check some boxes as well. Good to great acceleration. The agility, change of direction, and jumping are only decent to solid, and he is poor to marginal strength, but the speed is great to elite. So this is someone that's probably going to run in the 4.4s that can tackle and can be great in coverage. At the very least, this is a pure off-ball linebacker who's going to be a good cover player. Maybe not an elite all-around 3-down thumping plus cover player at linebacker, but I think there's some potential there to be quite good. So I'll add Dontrell Cobb to my favorites as well. We're going to defend the short pass against Aaron Rodgers. The Packers offense can beat you in a number of different ways, but at the end of the day, the weak point of their team and their offense especially is the receiving core. So I think the Packers are going to try to get the ball out quickly would be my guess. And then our offensive game plan, I think throw it short. I like to throw it short. I think especially with Daniel Jones and this team, you have to. We were really effective running the football last week. We're going to still continue to do that. And our game goal is going to be rush for over 200 yards. I know we have throw it short. I don't think we're going to get 200 yards rushing, but there should be a medium point where if we just get 100 yards, we might get some skill points back. Anyway, offense is healthy. Yes. And then our defense, hopefully, is healthy as well. Big boys up front are, linebackers are, and the DBs also are. So if guys can just stay healthy, we're going to be in a good spot. We haven't really seen too many big injuries lately. Maybe that's favorite or famous last words. And there he is. Saquon got 39 attempts, had 193 rushing yards, and a touchdown. Is that going to be able to beat this Aaron Rodgers-led Green Bay Packers team? Probably not. Rodgers having a pretty good season. Over 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, to only 3 interceptions, which is actually more interceptions than he usually throws. But that is Madden Sim for you. Tough to account for a guy like Aaron Rodgers who's going to be pretty safe with the football at times, but still make those incredible throws. And we'll see what they try to do here. This could be really interesting. All right, how do we stop Rodgers? Are they going to run the ball a lot? Take Crowder right in the gap. Leonard Williams also got hands on him quickly as well. And it's already 3rd and 10. Where is Kayvon Thibodeau? Hold on. Why, he's just not in on this play? We have Quincy Roche in, but not Kayvon Thibodeau. That's completed. That's completed. It's 4th and inches. They better punt, because I don't think I can stop them. Josiah DeGuara with a big catch. Where was Kayvon Thibodeau? Why was Quincy Roche playing over him? I have no idea. If that's a trend, we're going to figure that out. But Adoree Jackson back to return. And that's not a bad return. He's going to fumble the ball, actually. And it's recovered by Green Bay. Great field positioning now for the Packers. I don't really even know what to tell you. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Bengal, you got to know to just go down there. I tapped X or square, is it? It just didn't. I did tap X. I'm on Xbox. It just is what it is. I'm not supposed to win games, and the CPU is going to do whatever it takes to make sure that's true. CPU is like, oh, Bengal, dude. I know you're having a great day, but is there any way we could bring it down with wrath from the comment section? It's like, yeah, I got you. And, yeah, touchdown Randall Cobb. I was just not going to stop that. Packers up on the board first. 7-0. Well-deserved, I think. Yeah, this is a great team. Richie James back to return. And, yeah, if you guess it, Adoree Jackson is off return duties. That's 100%. 1st and 10. Obviously got to work with Saquon a little bit after last week. Very interesting way to get 6 yards. Little RPO. Saquon's going to go ahead and get this, and he'll truck forward for the first down. This is the way we can move the ball. Our offensive line is improved. Not amazing, but improved. And we have Daniel Jones at quarterback, and there are limitations with that. Like, no question. As we get a little touch throw to Jordan Akins, who's still getting a lot of targets. He's been pretty good for us, though. And you know what's interesting is now as I look more through this draft class and I start to like a lot more of the players, it's still very early. I can still end up not liking them. As we'll try to go down there for Galladay, and it's intercepted. That was a mistake. But as I look through more of this draft class, and I start to like some of these players a little bit more, it is still early, so I might just end up not liking them. It could be like fool's gold right now. But it's like, do we end up trying to get a quarterback? Do we try and draft the corner? Do we take linebacker? Because our team has so many holes, we could really address a number of different positions. I don't think there's one set thing that we have to or should do. But, yeah, it's going to be tough with only one first-round pick. We could end up acquiring another, right? But it's unlikely that we'll be able to get both a quarterback and a stud corner and a good linebacker. And we need, you know, certainly potentially multiple different types of linebackers, not just rush ends, rush players. We could also use a ton of off-ball linebackers as the Packers are cooking here on offense. It's just going to be, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no expectations of even competing to win this game. I'm just going to be honest. I don't. Aaron Rodgers in the zone. He cannot throw an interception. It's going to be a bad time. Player in motion, end around, and it's a broken tackle because of course it is. I don't even know who this is. Oh, Sammy Watkins is with the Packers. Okay, yeah. It's 3rd and 2. Kind of forgot they made that signing. I think it's relatively new, though, as Aaron Rodgers fires incomplete. Couldn't have been intercepted anyway. Unless maybe you can get user picks off of it. Not 100% sure. But he has the new Gambit. Formerly Gambler. But we know Calvin Ridley is out there with his bookie placing bets. They're like, we can't have it be Gambler anymore. I had a viral screenshot go around with Calvin Ridley and the Gambler tag on it. They're like, this isn't real. You photoshopped this. It's like, yeah, I did. But it was still in the game. Richie James back to return. And Jair is in the zone. I don't know what I was really going for on that last one, as we'll get it to Kadarius Toney. Good throw from Daniel Jones. I just kind of thought we had enough space. And the thing is, maybe we did with a better quarterback. Because Daniel Jones has 87 throw power. And a bad release. And not the best accuracy. But with, you know, a cannon of an arm, you know, maybe that is a pass we can throw. So I don't have to totally get off it as we're going to roll out. And I'm not going to throw there. We're going to take off with Daniel Jones, who has good speed. Vanilla Vic down the sideline. First down. Way to turn nothing into something. 2nd and 8. Looking for space. Not really finding a ton of it. It is tough. It is tough. Maybe I played too close to my monitor. I feel like I never see the correct hole. And even more rarely do I properly hit it. It's 3rd and 8. I kind of want to put Saquon on a curl there and just have him be a big check down. If Jordan Akins doesn't get open, and he didn't, I under pressure. Like, obviously, you'd like to get the ball to Saquon Barkley here, but Evan Neal got destroyed by Rashawn Gary. And by the time you could even see Kenny Golladay getting butt naked, this is not a makeable throw, obviously. So it's very easy to sit back and say, oh, that was a touchdown. And yeah, you're right, it was. But I would have to have a sixth sense to even think about throwing that ball. And even so, I'm sure it could have been picked off, as this is going to be a pretty good punt here. Aaron Robinson looking to pin it deep, and that's going to be on the 8. Didn't get quite enough leg on that, but the Scottish Hammer does indeed pin the Packers inside their own 10. We're starting to play a little bit better, but there's still going to be a ton of kinks to work out. So it's just what we have to deal with as we'll try to make a play. I mean, we're never going to get to that for Aaron Jones, are we? Like, there's just no shot. We get stuck on a block immediately. There's no getting off of that. At least not with Tay Crowder. This is surely going to be another run. Packers very run focused. No, it's actually not. Just a heavy formation, and it will be a throw. Complete, and another broken tackle by Sammy Watkins, proving to be one of the most difficult players to tackle in the NFL. It seems like they did his Madden rating based off of what he did at Clemson and not what he's done in the NFL so far. This isn't week 1. Sammy Watkins ain't him. He's playing like it, though. 1st and 10 for the Packers into Giants territory. And that's a throw right at me and a completion, because why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Wow, interesting. Packers going out of empty here on 3rd and 3. It's a quick throw. There's nothing we can do. 1st down for the Packers now into the 2nd quarter. Might try and play the hard flats, and if Aaron Rodgers wants to get rid of the football quickly, he's going to pay for it. But they've also beat us down the field, so I don't really feel like there's anything we can do there. But the hard flats pay off big time. Big time payoff as Adoree Jackson makes the tackle, and it's no gain for Green Bay as they're going to run the football. Dane Belton looking to get in there. It's pretty impossible to make tackles in this game. I feel like every episode I'm going to complain about a guy being right in the area and getting bumped off the player and getting no tackle animation even though I'm pressing the tackle button, which can be frustrating. And the change of direction there, oh my goodness. Just awful. But incompletion for Rodgers will set Green Bay up with a field goal try, and we can keep this to a 2-score game. 4th and 5, it's the right call from the 28. The kick is up and sneaking to the right, and it doinks off the post. No good. Oh my goodness. Kind of a chip shot. And the European soccer fans can't believe it. They're used to seeing some right strikes. It's just more like Aussie. Yeah, they're not liking it. They'd like to get Harry Kane out there, wouldn't they? All right. I don't like anything. 2nd and 10. Big home field advantage right now for the Packers. Playing here in Green Bay. Actually, no, it's not. It's London. Still have a ton of home field advantage. And this is coming back with a hold, surely? Oh, no. Roughing the passer. That's going to be 15 onto the end of that nice completion. Thank you, Kenny Clark. And we'll get the ball at the Green Bay 37. 2nd and 7. I still think we could run the ball here. It's not the end of the world. 3rd and 3. I'd call this 4-down territory. I really would. We could run to the right side here. I like the numbers because Akins is going to chip Rashawn Gary, and then it's essentially a 5-on-3. The linebacker is going to fill, but we have a fullback as well. How is there no space? How did the space just disappear? The space evaporated. So what is the read here? Should that be just hard cut back to the left side of the field, and then we would have one-on-one with Quay Walker? That's a tough matchup. I mean, it definitely wasn't to go to the right. But I don't know, that's tough. I wanted to follow the fullback. Okay, they're in double A gap here. They're not actually blitzing. It's a bluff. I couldn't get rid of the football. I tried. Daniel Jones going to get sacked. I think it was Dean Lowry, maybe Preston Smith in there as well. I mean, that pressure was instantaneous. I don't know what you want me to do. Jordan Akins carry Kadarius Toney. Toney wide open. Good throw from Danny Dimes. Toney in the open field. Big gain. That's got to be a guy we lean on. Drags, slants, screens even. Get him the football and get him working in space. And, I mean, he's going to be a distraction on this play. I'm not throwing it to him. We're going to go quickly to Sterling Shepard, though. Nice little stiff arm and a gain of 5. We are knocking on the door. With that being said, it's a long 5 to go. 2nd and 5 from the 5. A rare field positioning here that we actually are not end goal. But Saquon Barkley makes sure it doesn't even matter. Touchdown right back up the middle. And we are ever closer to tying this football game up or taking the lead. A lot of wind here. But we get up on the board, 7 points, and it is a 3-point ball game here in England. Here in London, England. We're doing pretty well. We started to get into a groove a little bit after a good drive. Here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Not a very creative name. Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, I'm going to be on one. I'm going to be progressively more annoying, if you can even believe that, for the rest of this video. I'm just going to be doing my Arthur from Peaky Blinders impression. And I know what you're thinking. Bengal, that's Birmingham. It's not London. But you're right. But there's no difference to me. All people in the UK sound exactly the same. There's no regional dialect change at all. That was for all you Brits out there. I know you guys love sarcasm like I do. You guys will really like that one. Quick throw to DeGuara. 2nd and 3 for the Packers. Oh, it's 2nd and 3 it is. Gonna be read option. Rodgers in space. How are you breaking the tackle? Absolutely preposterous. Quick throw. It's boulder dash, ain't it, bruv? Run up the middle. No, it's play action. And a little check down. It's going to be a touchdown eventually. I don't even know why. Why do we even go with this charade? This charade. Quick throw and a touchdown for Green Bay. Sammy Watkins exploding onto the scene. Like a sports car in your garage. He's having a great game. What would that even mean? I don't know. It's 17-7 Green Bay. And that is a 2-minute warning. 2nd and 4. Little cutback. Ooh, that was not the right call. 3rd and 4. Coach suggestions was just completely 4 verticals. I'd rather run, though. There's a minute and a half to play. We could end up scoring here, but I just want to guarantee the first down. Not trying to get over-aggressive, but I also wouldn't really care about a turnover because we need to score quickly. A little dunk out to Saquon. That'll be completed on the sideline. First down, Giants, is what I would have said if Daniel Jones didn't suck. 2nd and 10. We get that to Tony? No, obviously not. What am I, stupid? It's 3rd and 10. We're going to fool him off play action. 3rd and 10. Tony. He got hands on it. Timeout, Green Bay. That puts me in a tough spot. I want to just line up to go for it and see what they show. Do I think we could end up getting this? Like, I kind of do. It is dangerous, though, because there's a minute and 1 second to play. If we don't get this, we're giving Aaron Rodgers the football, and all he has to do is go 40 yards. But also, I think a minute is enough time. I'm going to go ahead and go for it here. We're going to snap the football. And I don't know what Jordan Aiken's button is. Win the tackle battle! He does! And we're still going to be short. Felt like everybody was covered, unfortunately. I think the Packers would have scored anyway, though. If we punt it, yeah, they do have to go probably 70, 80 yards. And here they only have to go 40. But we've seen the offense. They move the ball at will. I don't really think it was an issue. I wanted to go ahead and get the first down and stop them from scoring. But they're going to score anyway. Quick throw, complete to, you guessed it, Sammy Watkins. Aaron Rodgers, 19 of 21 for 195 yards and 2 touchdowns here in the first half. Unstoppable. Blimey. He's a good quarterback, he is. He's a good quarterback, isn't it? Bottle water. Touchdown. Oh, he dropped it. Dude, how intolerable is this episode on all fronts? Gotta be vicious. Rodgers gonna throw to the end zone. Where is Xavier McKinney? Yeah, coverage is great in this game, dude. Sammy Watkins. Who else would it be? Let's see here. I mean, it was a touchdown of literally any receiver. They fixed coverage in the game. Yeah, sure. I'm in a cover too, to be fair. But I don't really think that was the problem. The open space of the field is the deep middle in a cover two. The sideline shouldn't even be an issue. And Xavier McKinney's got a tough task here of trying to cover I guess 2 different receivers because they had 4 just sitting in the end zone because Rodgers had infinite time. It is a touchdown to literally anybody here. It just is. But yeah, there's like, it was a touchdown to anybody. I don't know, we call a different coverage, I guess. But I also didn't know they were going to run 4 verts and just have people sit down in the end zone. So touchdown Green Bay. I'm convinced they would have done it anyway. Gone any length of the field. I don't think that was even a question. Saquon's actually got some space here. And there is a flag. Unless this is a hold, this could be real good for us. But what else would it be? It's going to be a hold. It's coming back. In all likelihood, this will be the final play of the first half. We're going to take it back up the middle. Maybe try one more, just see if we can get lucky. And we had another hold. Shane Lemieux. I think that should end the first half. Can't end on a defensive penalty, but it can end on an offensive penalty. And it does. Yeah, man. I'm not surprised. Don't really have much to say. We're going to go defend medium pass here. Even though the damage has already been done. We're down 24-7. We do get the football. And I'm hoping for a big return from Richie James. Wan'Dale Robinson is out here. You see him, number 17. We'll work off play action. It'd be nice to see my receiver icons. We're going to try to fit it into Kenny Golladay. Nice catch. Kind of threading the needle there a little bit against a really fast corner in Eric Stokes. It's amazing he even got to that. 2nd and 6. I think we could be effective with a counter here. Just really have to be mindful of these blocks and what hole to hit, or we're tackled. 3rd and 7, working off play action. Jordan Akins is open, but throw out a sack, even though I'm throwing it almost immediately. Don't have enough time. And our drive's going to end. Jordan Akins, good route. That play is definitely overpowered. The PA crossers with the tight end, I'd call it kind of an out route. It isn't exactly, but it's not a corner either. It's just open pretty much every time. How big of a mistake is it to blitz on 3rd and 7? We got one-on-one. Christian Watson, touchdown. Wow. That was a sweet play. Switched on with the Dory Jackson. Tried to get into a defender-receiver interaction. That didn't happen, obviously. Because Dory Jackson, just somehow got out of position here. I guess he was already beyond the route. It was going back shoulder. And went for the pick there. And because the game says, oh, this is where the ball is going to end up, Dory Jackson goes for the diving interception, but doesn't actually ever interact with the receiver at all because the game pretends like the receiver isn't even there for Dory Jackson. So he's going for the interception, and it would have been if there was no receiver there. Problem for me, there was a receiver there. All right, now we start to get bold. Read option time. Just get it to Saquon. I couldn't read the edge player. He just looked a little bit slow, so I handed it off. Yeah, that was great blocking there. I don't even think that could have even been better. That's just Saquon being bad, I guess. Man, that cover 4 quarters play is really good because they spread out everybody and nobody gets blocked. Yeah, so let's count it on this right side. We have 3 offensive linemen to 2 pass rushers. Center double teams on the left side. Okay, I don't really have a big problem with that. But then you're leaving the 2 best players on Green Bay's defensive line, Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark, just in one-on-ones, and then it ends up being 0 or 1-on-0s because Mark Lewinsky and Evan Neal never even attempt to block anybody. All right, here's my big critique of Madden 23. Hey, can the right tackle fucking block the edge player? Can that happen? Ever? How many times am I going to complain about that? They don't block the edge. Do they not notice against a 3-4 defense that the outside linebacker is going to rush the freaking passer? I know we're running, but they're still going to come down. They don't block them. They just act like they're not even there. It's amazing that we even got anything there. Pass to Saquon Barkley. Good throw. Just go down, Saquon, please. What am I supposed to do? Quick throw to Saquon. He is the offense right now. It's really difficult to get the football to anybody else. Like Kenny Golladay, there's not even a point. We're not even going to get a jump ball animation. It's being really difficult to actually run the ball. So we just got to dump it off to Saquon and get any yardage we can. They're giving it to us, so we might as well. Here I would consider running the ball, but somehow, even with numbers, we're not going to be effective. Oh, it's read option. I didn't even know. I thought it was inside zone. All right. 4 down territory, of course, down 31-7. Field goal really doesn't do much for us. He's going to roll out. Aiken's open enough. Good throw. Did he come back and not get the first? All right. Sure did. 4th and 1, running inside zone. This can't not be a first down. Rashawn Gary trying to drag him back. But, like, dude, we have numbers, and it's still so close. Oh, and Sterling Shepard's injured. Could be the nail in the coffin on his Giants career. Working off play action. I don't love the options. We're going to take off with Danny Dimes. Tried to slide. We got tackled from behind. I could have seen the ball getting fumbled there for sure. Saquon run. Power through him. But is down at the 1. Sterling Shepard ab strain. We'll take him out for now until he's 100%. Which is still, I mean, like, not amazing. I kind of do want to run quarterback draw here. And if we get hit, whatever. Danny Dimes, power, and he's in. No longer is he Vanilla Vic, he's Vanilla Mac Truck. Run through him. Oh, look like somebody ate that tea and crumpets this morning, they did. All right, we'll go for 2. Yeah, because you can eat tea, but at the end crumpets part. They ate bangers in Marsh, he did, ain't it? Quick slant. Galladay, 2-point conversion is successful. And it's now 31-15. Not out of this yet, I guess. A stop and a score, and it's a game. 3rd and 2. I mean, we could get a stop here. Well, no, obviously. I don't know why do I even get my hopes up. I mean, I'd like to be able to make a play on that. There's no way around it. I feel like he threw it right at me. Lobbed it right over the head of Blake Martinez. Athletic and explosive as ever. It's amazing how just utterly useless linebackers are. I mean, it is Blake Martinez, though. But, I mean, look, he's just standing there. 3rd and 8. Am I getting my hopes up here? Yes. But it's only so I can get let down. Trying to cover it. Crowder, please. Trying to cover everything. No. How much time can he have in the pocket? That's touchdown. Ooh, he's down at the 1. So, yeah, it's going to be a touchdown. Quick run up the middle. It's their power back, A.J. Dillon. And he stopped short. No gain. A.J. Dillon, still the ball carrier. Probably will be at a goal line for the rest of this possession. Martinez up the middle. I think A.J. Dillon snuck the ball across the goal line. Touchdown, Green Bay. And it's 38-15. And with under 6 to play, I'm thinking there's a good chance that's the nail in the coffin. Saquon, oh man, dude, I just want to be able to hit that hole and run to daylight. Should be a beautiful read option here. Just did not make the correct read. I wanted so badly to get to the outside. 3rd and 9. Kadarius Toney, couldn't get it to him. Couldn't get it to him. We just don't have the time that the Packers do. And 4th and 18, obviously we have to go for it. But the odds of converting here are slim to none at absolute best, and we're sacked. Don't really know what I could have done differently there. I think they rushed 4 and still got in. And that is a 2-minute warning. Read option with Aaron Rodgers when they're up 38-15 with less than 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And he broke the first tackle. Is it time for a slider change? I know you guys like watching me experience hell, but these games are like borderline unwinnable. Maybe last play of the game, run up the middle, it's a touchdown. I don't even know how it could be. I don't know how it could be. Touchdown, Green Bay. We're going to allow a 45 spot. Guess Aaron Rodgers really is that lad. He's really that bloke, though. Are you taking a piss? And the Giants did not play like Giants today. It's intercepted. I don't know why I'm going like Aussie with it. Who cares? We had absolutely lost the plot. 45-15 is your final. We just didn't stand a chance in this one, dude. I mean, any way you look at it. And I think that's pretty much the case with most of these All Madden games. I mean, you just look at them and we just don't tackle. And it's not like it's just guys like Derrick Henry dominating us, and we were obviously dominated by Aaron Rodgers through the air. But like every time he scrambled, he was breaking every tackle, or every first tackle at least. We obviously couldn't play defense against him. Like, what were we going to do? I did end up throwing 2 picks with Daniel Jones. Should have really just been the one, but I didn't care at the end of the game. And I got Saquon Barkley touches. He had 21 attempts. Just when we averaged 2.9 yards per carry because we get our offensive line pushed back into the run immediately. There's not really anywhere to go. I'm sure a better player would do better things with it. Receiving, Sammy Watkins had 8 catches for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. Our receivers really didn't do much of anything. Threw to Jordan Akins the most. He had 6 catches for 40 yards. It's just tough to even have the time to get anyone the football down the field at this moment. So Blake Martinez led our team in tackles. 3 tackles for loss for Tay Crowder, my primary user. A number of different players with tackles for loss, probably a high on the season, honestly. No sacks, no picks, obviously, no forced fumbles, but we did fumble. Rasul Douglas forced it out, and nobody recovered, I guess, which isn't true. Ooh, Dexter Lawrence has an upgrade. Surely that's going to be the difference maker in whether we're a good team or not. And the morale, that's not helping. That every player is playing worse than they actually should be because we keep losing, which only increases the amount that we actually lose. We're 1-4, and yeah, man, it's a little unfair, I would say right now, which we'll continue with, and it's going to be so great against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. It's gonna suck. So that'll do it for this episode. Just more pain. If you're interested in seeing the total numbers right now, after 5 games, we have 4 passing touchdowns and 14 interceptions. Obviously, when you throw 6 in a game, that number is going to be pretty high, and then others, we just throw out multiple picks a game. It's just going to happen if I throw the football. I don't know, it's just tough. Saquon, he's had an okay year so far. And with the state of this offensive line run blocking, it's really not even the line. It's the game, I think, more than anything. It's amazing he's even been that good. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.